Hello, Anna. How are you?
Hi, Walter. Good afternoon. I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm fine too. Thanks.
That's cool. That's great to know. So, first of all, thank you for understanding third morning. So, I was thinking maybe we could have the class recorded in case you couldn't have classes today, but if you
Yeah.
can, there's no problems. Okay,
Okay.
that's cool. So, could you please help me to remember until what part we stopped?
We was
We were?
we were sorry. We were I don't remember.
I guess it was
um,
past perfect continuous.
yes.
Yes,
Perfect
right?
continuous. Yes.
Okay. So we finished with the past perfect continuous. Now we're gonna look for this modal, right? Should, but there is a subtle difference. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know.
I can see.
Okay. This is a short lesson, right? It's the model as you can see in the examples. We have should have gotten up earlier, shouldn't have walked, or should have driven. Okay, so this is a new structure, but it's nothing new, right? It's a combination with this model should and the past participle of the verb, right? So let's listen the audio.
Hello, how are you? I was almost late again today. I should have gotten up earlier. I shouldn't have walked to work. I should have driven. These sentences express advice in the past. Let's learn more about should have.
Okay, talking about this pronunciation, driven, right? Yesterday one of my students, these guys pronounce like driven, right? And the difference is the accent, right? Uh, Driven is like a British accent, and driven, it's not, there is not difference at all, right? The only thing is the pronunciation, and the other one is the American pronunciation, like driven, okay? But it's not like driven, where it's more close, the mouth is more close, so it's driven, okay?
Okay.
So let's continue. All right. So first of all, as you know, we use should to give advices, right? But as we have another structure, this new structure that we're going to use, this combination, this new combination, is to talk about something that, that had already passed, right? It means that the situation had already passed, right? But you are giving an advice, maybe what could you do, what should have you done, for example, in my case. Okay, so first of all, let's listen the audio.
We use should have plus the past participle to give advice about something that happened in the past.
You should have worn a different outfit. Jeans were too informal.
Okay, you should have worn a different outfits. Jeans were too informal. Today we're in other day, but yesterday at night we had a meeting, right? But for any reason, it was well, no, it was a formal meeting with our boss, and then as it was, sorry, a formal meeting, so you have to wear in the correct way. But the situation is that you weren't a different outfit, right? Like if you were going to hang out with your friends, maybe. Okay, so before the meeting, maybe you were thinking in going and hanging out with your friends, but you were too informal. Okay, so I couldn't express this, or I couldn't say to you something about it yesterday, but I'm gonna do it today. So my advice could be, uh, hey, Walter, you should have worn a different outfit. James were too informal for that situation. Okay, so as you can see, the situation, the action had already happened. Okay, but the advice, it's for the past. Okay, even if it was a past situation, I'm gonna give you an advice maybe to the next time, right? So try please to wear a different outfit for tomorrow, for example. Okay, so again, this structure is gonna help us to give advice, but about something that happened in the past. Okay, so we have the structure by itself, and it's the subject. Okay, in this case we have you. Then we're gonna continue with our modal should and the past participle of the verb, right? No, sorry, I forgot to. Yes, I forgot to write the auxiliary have. Okay, have, and then the past participle of the verb. Now, in this case, as you can see, I'm not modifying this, right? So I'm not gonna change this part. If you're gonna talk in third person, it's okay, because and then you have to say you don't have to move the verb, you don't have to change it, you don't have to conjugate it, because when we actually, you is working with should, right? So there is no way to conjugate should in third person because it's not a verb, right? Well, not a conjugated verb, it's a modal verb. So you should have worn. So she should, they should, he should, it should. Right? So that's the way that it's gonna work. Then the auxiliary verb have, it's a stated one. I'm not gonna modify this, I'm not gonna change it. And as a final point, we have the verb in its participle form. Again, we have to know the participle verbs of the most frequent verbs that we are gonna use. Okay?
Okay.
Is there any question maybe?
No, it's okay.
That's cool. Let's continue with point number 2. We can also use this should have when we want to express a regret. Okay, so when I say regret, you have to notice that it's in the past. Okay, so I did something yesterday, now I regret about it. Why did I did? What happened to me? And then, right, so it's a regret that I feel in some situations. So we can also use this structure to express regrets. So let's listen the audio.
We often use should have and should not have to express regrets.
I should have known better. I should not have trusted Dean.
We can also use should have and should not have to express blame.
It's your fault. You should have kept your promises.
Okay. We have should and should not, right? Okay, in the first one we have I should have known better. I shouldn't have trusted Dean. It's up to the situation, right? So when do you have to use a negative? For example, in this case, Jackie feels, or maybe she regrets about something she did in the past. I should have known better. And something that she did, right? It was she trusted on Dean, okay? But she regrets, okay? So I trusted Dean. I should not have trusted Dean, okay? So in those cases, we're gonna use the negative. Maybe you did something in the past, but you shouldn't do it, right? Or you shouldn't have done. So for those situations, as you can see, even for the negative or the affirmative, but if it's a regret, then you have to use this structure. We can also use should have or should not to express blame, right? It's your fault. You should have kept your promises, right? So in this case, Jack is trying to blame you maybe. about something in the past, you did in the past, so it's your fault, right? You told me that you thought that you were in a different outfit for today, but you lied. So you should have kept your promises, or maybe you had to bring the project for today and you didn't finish it, right? So it's your fault because you should have kept your promises. Okay. So is there any question maybe?
No, it's okay.
All right, that's cool. And we're gonna finish with the last page, point number 3, the pronunciation.
In conversation, we often shorten should and have to should've, and should not and have to shouldn't have. Don't use these contractions in writing.
I should have known better. I shouldn't have trusted him.
Okay. Could you please read this sentence?
Yes, I should know better. I shouldn't trust him.
Okay, it was great, right? It's a little bit difficult because we don't have vowels, right? We only have consonant, but it's okay, right? Your pronunciation was great. So we have I should have noticed again. I guess I explained you this the other day. I'm not sure if it was your course, but we don't pronounce letter L, and we don't pronounce letter E. Okay, I should have, and that's all. I should have known better. I shouldn't. Okay, and this letter, I'm not gonna pronounce letter E again, right? So it was a correct pronunciation. It's a little bit difficult, so my recommendation, if it's really difficult for you, you have 2 options to only to say I shouldn't have trusted him, and it's okay. So the sentence could be something like I should have known better, right? I shouldn't know better. I shouldn't trusted him. As you can see, even though when you speak in a fluent way, right? We sometimes omit, or it's not well listened to the pronunciation of letter B, right? And it's okay. But the sentence is understood how or in what way, because we have the past participle of the verb. So as you feel comfortable with the pronunciation, it's okay. So in spoken English, we use the contractions many times. We always use contractions. So only if you feel comfortable, use contractions. If you don't, it's okay. And we can also use this structure to ask questions and give short answers. So let's listen the audio.
We also use should have to ask questions and give short answers.
Should Jackie have confessed?
Yes, she should have. No, she shouldn't have.
Okay. When we're gonna construct a sentence into a yes/no questions, it's very easy, right? In our sentence, we could have a subject. Well, I'm gonna take this example. Then we have the modal, and then we have the rest of the sentence. Then we continue with the auxiliary verb have and the complement, right? I'm not gonna write the next part because this is important to make questions. So if I want to change this sentence into a question, the only thing that I'm gonna do is to take the modal if the subject goes in first place, second, and third, right? So where is in second place in our sentence? In my question, I'm gonna place it in first place. So we're gonna have the subject first. Oh, sorry, the modal. What I'm doing. Okay, we have the modal, Okay, and then what is in first place in our sentence, in our question, goes in second place. The modal, the subject, sorry, and we're gonna continue with the verb. Okay, the auxiliary verb have and the rest of the sentence like as it is, right? So should Jackie have confessed? Jackie should have confessed. Okay, and that's all. And the same happens with all the yes no questions, right? Take care. We were discussing in yesterday in our course, another course, that with the WH questions, right? The WH goes first. Okay, so then we follow the same order, but it always goes first when I require information. Don't forget, WH questions are those questions that start with, of course, WH, and it requires information, right? So what, where, when, who, whose, right, whom, and then. So transfer, yes, in writing, comma, she should have. No, she shouldn't have. We don't write the rest of the sentence because it's a short answer. It's not wrong, right? But as it is a short answer, we have to do it a short one. So take care in that part. And you can also use contractions in the answer, right? So it depends, of course, how you want to express, but it's up to you. Okay?
Okay.
Is there any question, maybe?
No.
All right, that's cool. So that will be everything about the lesson. I told you it was an easy lesson because there's nothing new in this sentence. We already know the modals, how to use modals, and then now we're gonna practice. So give me a second, it is loading. Okay, so once you can see my screen, please let me know.
Okay, I can see.
Okay, that's cool. So could you please read the instruction and start doing number 1?
Of course, complete the sentence, choose the correct answer. It's cold in here. I should have worn a sweater. Alan is an honest person. We should had
The second one?
had the second one.
Okay.
Todd only got a C on his math test. He should have studied harder for it. There's a big soccer game next week. We should have gone. No. We should go.
Okay.
Yes. That outfit, it was much too expensive.
Which one, sorry?
I should have bought the second one. No, the third one.
Okay.
Yes. Who should ask about the problem? Ask it about the problem. Who should have I asked?
About the problem.
Should I have called before I can? Well, yes, you should have. You should. I should. Should I have called? Yes, you. No, it's only should. Okay. Jean should have more careful when they talked about this. his boss in the lunchroom. Have been.
Okay. Jane should have been more careful when he talked about his boss in the lunchroom. Okay, thank you. Is there something that you want to modify?
No.
Okay, let's submit. And you only had three mistakes. So, okay. The second one is incorrect because you choose had, but why had? If I told you that the only part that we can modify is the verb.
Yes. So it's have.
Yes, it was had. Then, okay. Who should have I asked? So, okay. This is the wrong word order, right? So
Okay.
who should I have asked about the problem? Let me check this part. Oh, which one was the other mistake? What number?
I don't remember.
Okay, I guess it was
7.
number 7, right? Okay, what is the problem in this part? Who should I have asked about the problem? Well, in this case, we're trying to, it's gonna sound a little bit confusing, right? But we have two kind of questions, right? We have the indirect questions and the direct questions, right? The direct questions are those questions that don't follow the question word order, right? So the only thing that we do is to pass a question, to write a question mark, right? It's very common in informal English, right? In writing, it's incorrect. In grammar, it's incorrect, okay? So for that reason, it's incorrect, the word, because maybe the situation it's an informal one. Okay, so who should I have asked about the problem, right? That could be the correct order because it's an indirect question.
Okay.
And but I'm not sure because we have to see this lesson, but tendríamos que ver esta lección de las indirect questions and direct questions, pero no ahora. I don't know why do we have these kind of questions here, right? So I'm gonna ask maybe, but primero se tendría que ver este tipo de preguntas y recién tendríamos que haber continuado con este tema. But wherever ways we're gonna see this lesson, right? So don't worry. But I'm wondering why do we have this exercise in this part? I'm not sure. So, but yes, it's okay if you fail on this one because you didn't see this part.
Okay.
So but in the homework, try to do it in that way. Okay.
Okay.
You have
So if I have the WH questions, I don't have to change the order to be the question.
Yes, it depends, right? You know what is the difference? The indirect questions, because when we use indirect questions, we only follow the structure from a sentence, not from questions. Do you remember a moment ago I did 2 boxes, right?
Yes.
The subject and the same happened yesterday with one of my students, right? And this girl told me, but why are we following this order? Because it's an indirect questions. And indirect questions, we follow an order from the sentence, okay? In direct questions, we follow the structure of a question. Okay, the only difference that we are doing in this part, apart from the WH, right, we are only adding a question mark. Right, it's not incorrect, but it's more, well, in grammar, it's not incorrect, right? I could say, but as we learn a formal English, right, it's incorrect, okay? But the question, the final question, the final answer is you can use this structure. Yes, you can use it, right? Incluso cuando no siempre se hace las preguntas tan formales, claro, porque nadie habla de una manera formal, ya en el inglés adaptado, en el castellano adaptado. Entonces, lo que generalmente se hace es cambiar la entonación y en writing se pone solo un question mark y eso es todo. No está mal, es un inglés o es un idioma aprendido en otras palabras. But we have a lesson about it, right? Indirect and direct questions forward. So we're gonna see in that point specifically this point. But it's okay, right?
Okay.
Do you?
Yes, I get it.
Okay, thank you. And you're gonna find, we have a new lesson then. I guess we're gonna see this new lesson the next week. We're gonna find more exercises like that. So, and the last one was incorrect. No, number 7 was incorrect. Should I have called before I came? Okay. Yes, you should have, because it was this is an advice for something that happened in the past. Okay. Should I have called before I came? Yes, you should have. I'm not going to be ready for an hour. Okay. So the correct option was the second one, because you are not talking about the future, right? We're talking about the call, not to be ready, right? Take care in that part. This is the answer from this question to this question. So we're talking about the call, not, this is just a compliment. Okay?
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes, I get it.
Okay, now we're gonna continue with the second exercise. So I'm gonna share my screen with you. Okay. So are you connected from a computer?
Yes, I'm on computer.
Okay. All right, so now you have the option to take the remote control, right? Okay, yes, you can. So you have to complete the sentences and choose the correct word from the answer pool. And you're gonna conjugate these verbs ask, be, give, go, happen, and now into the should have. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so you may also need to use negative, so take care. So let's continue. Let's start with number 1. Read it, please.
Okay. I really like Talia. I should have asked her.
Okay, write it, please.
Of date when we were in college.
Oh, have.
Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Talia doesn't have much experience. Maybe the graphic story to her. Maybe I should have gone.
Okay, thank you.
I'm still angry at myself for using an app had never ever heard of before. I should have
Been more conscientious.
conscientious. Poor Talia, I to restaurant with her and Nick. I could have helped them.
I should have.
I could have helped. Should have. I'm not sure.
Okay, so if you're not sure, we can continue with the 5th one.
Okay, I feel sorry for Nick. he's a nice guy and a great athlete. This
Great athlete. Okay.
athlete, okay. This should have given to him. I'm so hungry. I'm so angry. Didn't I? That couldn't signal. So
Okay. Is that the correct form of the verb knew? No. Is it the correct spelling? Okay, thank you.
yes, I should have.
Right.
So this one is happened.
Okay, good, Charlie. I should have happened. Okay. I really like Talia. I should have asked her for a date when we were in college. Okay, it sounds great. Talia doesn't have much experience. Maybe doesn't have much experience. Maybe I should have gone. Gone? Is that the correct way?
Story.
Correct word?
This
I'm not
one.
sure if that's the correct verb. Do you get the context?
Maybe I should have.
Okay, you are talking about the story, right? So, okay, let's take a view. Talia doesn't have much experience. Maybe I should have happened.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Okay, the proper story, it's we're gonna take it as a material, right? It's not yes, it's a material. It's not like a story that she had, okay? Estamos hablando de tal vez un material de la historia, right? Pero no es que ella haya atravesado la historia, okay? That's the reason of why it says the proper story. It has a name though. Okay, so it could be incorrect, the use of the verb happened.
Yes. But
Okay,
I'm not sure.
all right.
So
I feel sorry for Nick.
I should have.
No, it's incorrect, the place of the verb. The first thing, when you have exercises like that, to choose the correct answer, you have to check and you have to understand the context, okay? If you don't, then you're gonna have this kind of mistakes.
Yes. This one is not gone. Gone is gave is. I'm not sure about the only word I didn't use is happen. So
Okay, and we have in number 5, I feel sorry for Nick. He's a nice guy and a great athlete. This should have given to him. Why is it with given? What do you think is the context of point number 5?
I feel sorry for Nick. He's a nice guy and a great athlete. This should.
If you
Okay,
okay,
it's okay. It's happened. This shouldn't
okay.
happen. This shouldn't have.
Okay, it sounds great. All right, so It's okay. And why did you erase the word have, the auxiliary have?
Excuse me?
Why did you erase the auxiliary have?
Yes.
Okay.
I forget.
All right. Even okay. Talia doesn't have much experience. Maybe I should have given the proper story to her. I'm still angry at myself.
Shouldn't.
Okay. Yes. I was. You have to say. Okay.
Shouldn't have given
I'm
story.
angry at myself for using an app I've never ever even heard of before. I should have been more conscientious. Poor Talia, I should have gone to a restaurant with her and Nick. I could have helped them. I feel sorry for Nick. He's a nice guy and a great athlete. This shouldn't have happened to him. I'm so angry. I think I should have known that I couldn't trust him. Okay, thank you. So okay. All right. So let's submit. Okay, now it's okay, right?
Yes,
So we
thank you.
got 6 out of 6, right? The first thing, so you know what is the problem sometimes? We know the verbs, but we get confused with the meaning. Okay, I don't know if it happened to you. So
Yes.
I could identify maybe two mistakes in general, right? The first thing is that, or you don't know maybe the meaning of the verb, right? Because as we know, and as we've seen many verbs, we sometimes we sometimes get confused with the meaning of it, right? And the second one is that you don't get the context at all, right? So, so for that reason, you have many mistakes, right? Some mistakes, I mean, in the exercise. So the first thing that you have to do is to read the verbs, right? I know it sounds ridiculous or it sounds obvious, right? But some students, they directly go to the exercise, right? And that's wrong, because how do you identify it if you didn't read the verse? So you're gonna take whatever you want, and you're gonna say, oh no, I guess God wasn't here. I'm gonna change it by this. No. And then the first thing is that you're not going to understand, and you are only mixing or combining these verbs as you want, not as it should. Okay. So first of all, before to complete all the exercises, try to read the verbs, the context, and then you may start doing all the exercises, right? We always recommend that we have to understand very well, and we have to get the context. If we don't get the context, as exercise number 2, for example, right? So we have the Crawford story, and you were near to choose this verb happened, right? So maybe you were thinking that we were talking about Tony's history, right? No, it says sorry. Okay.
Okay.
So we have to take care in that part. So before to complete all the exercises, try to understand the context. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, cool. So is there any question maybe?
No.
Okay, that's cool. So, okay, so we're gonna continue. Well, we actually finished the lesson, and we're gonna do a different exercise. Give me a second. Where is it? I'm trying to look for it. We're gonna practice our speaking, right? But I need to say, okay. Give me a number from 1 to 7, please. Whatever, from 1 to 8, whatever number you want.
7.
7, okay. Which one is it? Oh, I guess it's the most difficult. 5, 6. Okay, first. Okay. Oh no, it's not difficult. Okay, So we're gonna practice our speaking. This is from TOEFL page, right? From ETS TOEFL. I'm gonna share my screen with you, right? Once you can see it, please let me know.
I can see.
Okay, so could you please read this instruction?
Okay, give yourself 30 seconds to prepare your response to the following questions. Then record yourself speaking for 60 seconds.
Okay, this is gonna, oh, sorry. This is gonna take us, we have the preparation time. It's gonna last 30 seconds and your response time is gonna last 60 seconds, right? So it's gonna take us almost at the end of the class. So I'm gonna read, okay? You're gonna read this part, okay? This is a passage, right? From a biology text, okay? No, sorry, it's a psychology textbook, okay? So
Okay.
it's the meaning of flow, and something that I want to clarify, you're gonna find some words that you've never heard before, but as it is our first time, it's okay, right? So don't worry, try to, if you don't understand one word, for example, I don't know what's the meaning of expectation, but I'm gonna try to understand by the context. Si en algunos casos no entendemos alguna palabra, alguna frase del vocabulario, especialmente en TOEFL, porque nos dan siempre nos dan textos académicos, okay? So
Yeah.
we have academic textbooks, we have psychologists one, biology, and it's terrible. I don't like it. So if it's the case, try to understand the word from the vocabulary by the context, okay?
Okay.
So you're gonna read, please, in loud as soon as you finished, right? I'm gonna read, okay? So that's gonna be your listening. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and then this is gonna be your question. You have to answer to this question. Could you please read?
Explain flow and how the example used by the professor illustrates the concept.
Okay, explain flow and how the example used by the professor illustrates the concept. You only have a preparation time of 30 seconds. I'm gonna control from my cell phone, right? And your response time needs to be from 1 minute, no more, not less. Okay, this is as can you listen to me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, this is only like this is the first time that we're gonna practice, so it's okay if you fail. And I'm gonna give you some tips. Then we're not gonna have class today because we have a presentation from this. So it's only a it's not a test, but I want to see how is everything, how is your speaking. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So could you please start reading? They are gonna give you 45 seconds to read. Okay. So go ahead, please read in loud.
Okay. Psychologists, the feeling of complete and energized focusing activity is called flow. People who enter a state of flow lose their sense of time and have a feeling of great satisfaction. They become completely involved in an activity for its own sake rather than for what may result from the activity, such as money, and prestige. Contrary to expectation, flow usually happens not during relaxed moments of leisure and entertainment, but when we are actively involved in a difficult enterprise, in tasks that stretches our mental or psychical abilities.
Okay, abilities.
Abilities. Okay.
Psycho abilities. Okay. Oh no, Physical.
Yeah, physical.
Oh, yes, yes, I read in the wrong way. Okay, so that's gonna be. Please try to take away the information that you have, that you maybe are gonna need from your speech. And now I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Okay, now I'm gonna read. You're gonna listen to part of a talk in a psychology class. So pay attention, please. I think this will help you get a picture of what your textbook is describing. I had a friend who taught in psych department, Professor Jones. He retired last year. Anyway, I remember this was a few years ago. I remember passing by a classroom early one morning, just as he was leaving, and he looked terrible. His clothes were all rumpled, and he looked like he hadn't slept all night. And I asked if he was okay. I was surprised when he said that he never felt better, that he was totally happy. He had spent the entire night in the classroom working on a mathematics puzzle. He didn't stop to eat dinner, he didn't stop to sleep or even rest. He was that involved in solving the puzzle, and it didn't even have anything to do with his teaching or research. He had just come across this puzzle accidentally, I think, in a mathematics journal, and it just really interested him. So he worked furiously all night and covered the blackboard in the classroom with equations and numbers, and never realized that the time was passing by. Okay, that's all. So there you have an example, okay? I just read the example, and you read the definition of what is flow, okay? So, okay, I'm going to share my screen again in order to keep the answer. And give me a second, I'm gonna open my timer. Where is it? Okay. So from now, is there any question maybe?
No.
Okay, great. From now, you are gonna have a preparation time for 30 seconds. So prepare your answer. Your time goes now.
Okay.
Okay, it's time. All right, so for example, before to continue, maybe you could say something like the explanation, well, the definition. Oh, the first thing that you have to do is to understand the question, right? The direction. Explain flow and how the example used by the professor illustrates the concept. Okay, so maybe you may start with the concept or with the example, and you have to link the example and the concept in order to give a good answer. Okay?
Okay.
So you only have 60 seconds, right?
It's okay. In psychologists, there a concept, and it's flow. It's about the people can be can feel I don't remember the words. can lose the time when they are doing some things and when they are focused doing an activity. And but sometimes they don't feel agree doing that, but the result of doing that do that is the thing that can't do the people can involve it more in the activity. And the example you read there is a professor who was doing a lot of mathematical problems, and he has very sad, but he was very happy because he done a lot of things, or he done the equations very well, and that's the reason he is very happy, even though he's tired and he doesn't have time to do another things, because he
Okay. Sorry
completes
for the
her work.
interruption.
Okay.
It's time. Okay. Okay. It took you almost 2 minutes, where you only have 16 seconds, but it's okay. I didn't stop you because I wanted to see what else you were near to say. First of all, we have to control the time, okay? Then,
Okay.
you said they don't feel agree, right? In English,
Okay.
we only have they agree or they disagree, okay? So maybe the correct one could be they disagree with the idea on, right? Then you said he don't what, sorry? He don't the question, I guess it was. I didn't read the complete sentence. I'm trying to understand my letter. Okay, but he don't. It's he doesn't, and you forgot to use the verb. Okay, so if we talk about grammar, it's incorrect. Remember, when we take this TOEFL test, we have to use our formal English, and it needs to be understood for the person who's gonna listen your audio, because you have to record yourself. Now, talking about in general how you did, there is no correct answer, right? To in the TOEFL speaking. What do I mean with this? The answer is not incorrect. The only thing that you have to do in your TOEFL speaking is to give a great answer. When I say great answer, it means that you need to use the correct grammar, the correct words, and the most important of all, it needs to be understood, right? So if as a listener, if I don't understand, is that a correct answer? No, right? So no hay una respuesta correcta o incorrecta. Lo que bueno, en realidad el examen de TOEFL lo que hace es calificar cómo está tu inglés en distintos niveles. No es que te vaya a decir tu inglés está mal, tienes un inglés B1, ¿ok? Necesitas más puntaje. Entonces lo que se hace en el examen de TOEFL es calificar en qué nivel de inglés estás. Es decir, no hay respuestas malas o respuestas incorrectas. Lo que sí se califican es primero seguir las instrucciones. Es decir, me están dando 60 segundos, pero eso lo vamos a corregir, no hay ningún problema, no es el tema del tiempo. Eso ya se lo puede mejorar. Pero cuando decimos 60 segundos, ya tenemos que tener en cuenta, y es el máximo que te dan. Después tenemos otros momentos, otras circunstancias donde nos dan preguntas de 45 segundos de respuesta. Entonces, saber acomodar y utilizar bien las palabras, aparte de la gramática, y poder explicar bien el contexto, nos va a dar un buen puntaje, porque se califica, te dan 6 preguntas. Entre estas preguntas, 2 son fáciles, 2 son intermedias y las 2 son académicas, ¿ok? Entonces, estos 3 niveles nos ayudan a determinar en qué nivel de inglés te encuentras. Entonces, es súper importante entender el texto, incluso si este es un académico, este vendría siendo ya la tercera parte del speaking. Sin embargo, tenemos que saber entender qué es lo más importante. Tan pronto como entendamos el texto, tan pronto como entendamos qué es lo que nos está queriendo transmitir, vamos a poder hacerlo. Y otra cuestión, siempre, especialmente en estas preguntas, bueno, desde el 2014, no, 2016, 2018, desde que TOEFL ha cambiado las preguntas, ya no te piden algo como explicar, sino al contrario, te preguntan tu opinión, es decir, Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Children shouldn't use cell phones at an earlier age than 10 years old, for example, right? Entonces, y ahí es un poco más, más cómodo explicar tu posición. Sin embargo, podríamos tener preguntas como esta. Entonces, lo que sí es súper importante es entender el concepto y entender la pregunta. Tengo estudiantes que, por ejemplo, do you think, bueno, ahora no se me ocurre algo en específico, pero cambian el lugar, es decir, no responden a la pregunta. ¿Ok? Entonces, si no respondemos a la pregunta, ya te quitan puntos. Entonces, eso baja tu final score. ¿Ok? So, lo primero que vamos a aprender va a ser a entender la lectura de comprensión. Eso se hace con diapositivas. Bueno, en realidad sí se puede hacer con diapositivas o directamente practicando y explicar parte por parte en qué estás fallando. Entonces, lo que he notado es que no sé, claro, ¿y por qué es tu primera vez? Siempre sucede que en la primera vez o nos explayamos más o menos, o no se da una respuesta concreta. Entonces es a la pregunta, la respuesta, no más, no menos, y así te va a alcanzar el tiempo para cumplir con las instrucciones. So we're going to continue practicing. Is there any question maybe? Was it difficult for you?
Yes, a little difficult, but it's okay.
Maybe it's because we have, and something that I really hate from the TOEFL test is that they give you academic books, right? I'm
Yes.
gonna show you.
So I can't remember some words, even though I understood the concept of the word, but I don't remember the word to talk about that.
And it is because there is an answer. It's because it's a new vocabulary.
Yes.
So when we always listen a new word, we need to associate this word with other words, right? So I'm not sure. I don't remember if, yes, I guess you can take notes, right? So you are free to take notes. It's okay if I prefer not to use, because then you're going to improve your memory and then it's better to understand. But if it's not the case, you could take notes. For example, we have this one, right? This, no, it's not this one. Okay. Okay, so they give you 15 seconds to prepare your answer and 45 seconds to give your response. The time that we have is very short, right? Especialmente la práctica de speaking dura 20 minutos, no dura demasiado, porque claro, te hacen escuchar un audio y te hacen leer un artículo tal vez. Entonces con eso ya tienes que asociar qué respuesta vas a dar, y el tiempo no es mucho, es súper corto, 15 segundos para preparar. Entonces, a lo que te da tiempo de ver cuál es tu posición, si estoy de acuerdo o estoy en desacuerdo, y de ahí ya, lo bueno es que ya una vez que piensas tu posición en alguna pregunta, estoy de acuerdo con tal pregunta, ¿por qué? Y finalmente, por esto, y listo, ya acabas tus 60 segundos tal vez. Entonces, lo bueno es que ya con estas preguntas de agree or disagree, tenemos un poco más de, nos ubicamos por nuestra posición, entonces las palabras ya son un poco más racionales, ya nos dejamos que fluya nuestro speech. Lo que sí es un poco más complicado son los textos académicos. But this is, I only take this kind of test in order to see in what parts do we have to improve, right? We have to improve our comprehension, right? And we're gonna administrate better the time and the grammar, okay? So I'm gonna bring some samples for Monday. We're gonna keep practicing because Monday's lesson is not that difficult at all, right? It's a short one. So I'm gonna bring more, and please try to take that answer, or try to maybe to take whatever question you want and try to practice your speech, okay? Aparte de practicar el speech en clases, los estudiantes deben practicar aparte, ok? Entonces trata de tal vez darte algún tema que te guste y así poder hablar hasta contigo mismo, no hay ningún problema. Creo que es la mejor forma de aprender. Si no, si desconoces de alguna palabra, puedes ir al diccionario inmediatamente. I would recommend the Oxford dictionary. It's the best one for me. I really like that one. And yes, it's not wrong. I really like your pronunciation is great, right? Because they also take care, they also count the pronunciation with points, right? So the thing that we have to improve is your comprehension, the grammar, and I promise you, you're gonna take a great speech. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Walter. So, is there any question, maybe?
About the work, I was doing the work in the morning, but when I was doing the reading, the third reading, I couldn't finish because of my work, and when I returned, the time finished. So I don't know if you can assign again that work.
Is it the reading only, or what else?
It's only the third reading.
Okay. Oh, only the third one. Okay, thank you. We have pre-reading.
Yes.
Preview. Oh, okay. It was called Floral Protocol.
It was about flowers.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's this one. Okay.
The meaning of flowers and different parts of work. I was reading, but I had to work, so I couldn't finish to read the reading or
You couldn't
answer
finish reading.
Yes, and answer the questions too, of course.
Oh, I can't assign you because I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna. What can we do now? No puedo asignarte porque todavía no ha pasado la prueba. Pasa de que cuando se inicia los 59 minutos, si por ejemplo ahorita voy a empezar a hacer, pero de repente ya no lo hago, ya pasó los 59 minutos, entonces ya no puedo hacerlo. Entonces por eso tal vez.
Sí, justamente me quedé sin tiempo porque fui a trabajar y al volver ya no podía hacerla. Y quería preguntarte si me puedes volver a asignarla.
Sí, no, qué lástima. Ahora ya no puedo asignarlo. Sin embargo, ni bien termine el due date, que es la hora de entrega, te la voy a volver a asignar, ¿ok? Entonces, hoy día voy a pasar tus notas del primer módulo, pero estas notas todavía no las voy a pasar porque voy a esperar a que termine el due date. Ese mismo día del due date, o a lo mucho 2 días más o un día más, te voy a volver a asignar porque solo es una parte, solo es el reading. Sí. Entonces, voy a pasar las notas nuevamente, ¿ok?
Ok.
Las notas te las voy a hacer saber el día lunes a lo mucho, right? Voy a pasar esta noche a la coordinación y sí, that will be everything, okay?
Okay, thanks so much.
All right, thank you, Walter. So that will be everything for today. I'll launch the poll, so could you please fill it? When it's done, let me know.
It's done.
Okay, great. Thank you. So I'm going to see you on Monday at 9 p.m. Okay?
Monday. It's okay. Monday, it's okay.
So if you want to change the schedule, just let me know, right?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Thank you, Walter. Have a great weekend. I'm going to see you.